Hello and welcome to my channel. If we have not met, my name is Brittany and I have been working on becoming more self-sufficient since November of 2022, and I still have a long way to go, but I've also come a really long way. One of the main focuses that I have had in my journey is to learn how to cook from scratch and become healthier and save money by doing it. And one of the number one questions that I get is, how do you know what to start with? What do I start with? And there is no right answer, but I'm going to give you some tips on how to decide that for yourself. The way that I decided how to start cooking is by paying attention to what we bought a lot of and what we can save money to really encourage me. I started with potato chips and tortilla chips because we were spending a lot of money on these snacks and they're pretty easy to make. So I thought this was a great place to start. That way I can have an easy win in both the health and the budget departments. And it worked. Attention to what you like to buy, and that will help you know what to make. Breads and pastas are great, easy recipes to start with, but if you do not like breads and pastas, they are not a good place for you to start. The first thing that you should do when you are first starting to learn how to choose simple recipes and actually follow them. Actually following them is always a challenge for me, but I've also been cooking for a really long time, and it's okay to move away from recipes and test things out and have fun once you're a little bit more confident. If you are brand new, follow the recipe, get more confidence, learn how things work, and then start moving away from it. Another thing that you can do to help you learn to cook from scratch and cook these new things that you're learning is to prep when you can. By preparing throughout the day, there's less for you to have to do right before dinner, less overwhelming, less likely to order takeout. So if I have to chop vegetables, I will do that when I have some time in the morning. If my kids are focused on something, I will prepare the bread. I will find little pockets of my day to help myself not feel overwhelmed in the evening when it's time to cook dinner. Another thing that you can do to help you when you're first starting to cook things is to create a routine. So I would pick a day, and that's going to be my snack day. That's when I make the chips, that's when I make the pretzel bites, and I have all these things going. And yes, it's a very busy day, but then I don't have to make snacks for the rest of the week, potentially two, depending on what I made. Another thing that helps when deciding what to cook is to meal plan. What do you like to cook? Decide what days you want to try to cook those things, shop for them ahead of time, and then you have a week or two already planned out where you can learn and investigate these new skills. My last recommendation is to keep pantry staples on hand. Everyone's pantry staples are going to be slightly different, but there are some similarities. For us, I always keep tomato sauce on hand, flour, eggs, milk, instant yeast, butter. We keep a lot of butter on hand, olive oil, molasses. I don't use it often, but there are a lot of recipes happening to do with brown sugar, and I can quickly make my own brown sugar using the sugar and the molasses. Pay attention to what you like to make and the ingredients that goes into those things, and keep them on hand. If you are unsure of what you like to make, look at what you buy. By paying attention to what you buy, you can know more about what you want to make. We bought a lot of pizzas. Now I make a lot of pizzas because I saw that ended up in the cart a lot. I hope this was helpful. It was a pretty quick and simple video. If you want expansions on everything I talked about, I'm going to put my blog article below. And if you like content like this and cooking from scratch, becoming self-sufficient, and a lot of sourdough stuff, make sure you subscribe, and I will see you next time.